Hey everyone, just a couple of days ago I bought this used i7 CPU for 6500 rupees from OLX. So, before we jump into what this CPU can do, please hit that subscribe button and the like button as well. It helps me a lot. So, in this video I'm going to show you about the PC specs, what can it do, upgrading it, gameplay benchmarks and the pricing and recommendations for upgrading it. So, let's jump into the video. This PC contains an i7 2600. It's a second gen i7 processor with a stock cooler, 8 GB DDR3 RAM, 500 GB hard disk, and a 350-watt Cooler Master PSU. Now, if you're using this PC for your everyday casual work, then I'd say you can pretty much throw anything at it and this PC can handle it. As you can see, I'm having multiple Chrome tabs open and we are barely utilizing like 60 to 70% of memory usage. So, yeah, jumping into gaming, we have Left 4 Dead 2 here running at 720p low. And also, please do note that I've been using NVIDIA Shadowplay to record all these benchmarks. So you will be getting 5 to 10 FPS more on every game that I benchmark in this video. So jumping into the gameplay, we'll be getting around 40 to 50 FPS on an average. And during the time I spent benchmarking, there weren't any FPS drops or stutters. So if you're good with these settings at 720p low, you will be enjoying this game without any issues. The next game I'm gonna run is Team Fortress 2 running at 720p low settings. Is the same as Left 4 Dead 2, seeing around 40 to 50 FPS on an average. And as I've mentioned, I've been using NVIDIA Shadowplay to record these games benchmarks. So there is a 5 to 10 FPS decrease on these games. Now we saw what this PC can do. Now let's upgrade it so that we can play some games on it. For this build, I've chosen the GTX 1063GB version, an Antec Atom V550 power supply. It's a solid power supply which you can get for 2 to 2,500, a 240GB SSD and 16 GB of DDR3 RAM. As we have upgraded our PC now, let's test some games on it. Here I have Apex Legends running at 1080p medium settings. I've chosen the medium preset that is available in the game, so you can get an idea of what the game runs like at what settings. The game runs at 70 to 80 FPS on an average while recording. So if you aren't recording or streaming, you can expect around 80 to 90 FPS on a constant basis. And during the benchmark, I couldn't find any frame dips or stutters that were in the game, so it was a pretty smooth experience I have in the game. You can always lower the settings down so you can get that 120 fps, and that could be for high refresh gaming. The next game I'm gonna run is Fortnite, and this is at 1080p, again medium settings. I've chosen the medium preset available in the game, so you can get this better idea of how it runs. Now the game itself runs at 80 to 90 FPS on an average, better than Apex Legends, and it's pretty smooth. As you can see from the graph, there aren't any stutters, any frame drops in the game, and during a couple of hours on this game on this PC, there weren't any issues I have faced. So if you want to lower your settings and go for that 100 fps, 120 fps, you can go for it, but I'd say this is the sweet spot between graphics and performance. The next game is Valorant, one of the popular titles. Now I'm running this game at 1080p medium as all other games, and as you can see I'm getting around 140 and 150. Now this is a very high refresh rate gaming experience, and with this PC you can play this game comfortably without any issues. Now let's talk about the pricing of this build. The desktop, I've got it for 6500 rupees. The 1063 GB, I've got it for 7000 on the OLX market. You can find it similar deals on OLX right now. The power supply cost me 2500 rupees. RAM, that is for the 16 GB kit that I've used in this video, cost me 1500 rupees. And the 240 GB SSD which I've used cost me 1500 rupees. Total making it 19,000 rupees. Last but not least, here are a few suggestions from my end if you are planning to do something like this. So, number one, Always get an SSD, prioritize SSD before upgrading any other components. Trust me, your PC will thank you, and yourself can see a lot of difference in it. Second one, if you already have 8 GB of RAM in your PC, and if you do not have enough cash with you, hold on, that 8 GB of stick is going to last you for some time, and once you have enough money, you can buy another 8 GB of stick and stick it in there, making it a total of 16. The third one, if you think your PSU, your power supply can't handle the 970, the 1060, or whatever graphic card you're gonna get a 1050 Ti or a 960, which does not require a 6-pin connector. So that helps. Last but last least, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button so that it helps me a lot.